Symphonia. So, where we last left off, we gained the ability to move between worlds, and now we need to return to Altamira to play out Regal's plotline. Here we are. Where did you hear about Alicia? At Alicia's grave in the Sky Terrace of a company called Lazareno. I see. Let's go there then. And like usual, we're gonna hit up the women on the way. Like, for some reason I can't talk to these guys. I believe those are stores where I could actually get better equipment than I have right now. But, like I said, this PC version is just a mess. Maxed out on lemon gel. Rice. I haven't cooked in a little while, so I'm probably stockpiling ingredients a little too much. Apple gel is also maxed. And you know what, let's go to the amusement park. I want to see if this is where you get Genus's double arm. The Gamecube version, you just had to buy it. It cost you a little bit of gold. Now it's tied to the casino, I know. In case you're wondering, the casino was not even explorable at all in the Gamecube version. It's something new for the HD version, or might have even been in the PlayStation 2 version. Not entirely sure. I don't know if you can even get a free pass or anything. Might be an interesting way to generate affection points. So yeah, let's just move forward in the storyline. So I tried finding, I believe it's Zelos' devil arm, or it's Kratos', I don't know which one is which offhand, but the one that's in the desert of Triot. I tried talking to Cotton at Hakunisha Peak for Reigns. I can't get hers either. I'm not entirely sure when you finally get the chance. Whoa, what happened? What's going on? The X-Sphere broker Varley went inside. Varley, he must pay. Let's go on in.
Tell me the password to the inner area of the Toys Valley mine. No, I don't know anything about it. Wrong answer.
How about I tell you instead?
Master Regal, what are you doing here? So, the President himself decided to pay a visit. Perfect.
President?
The route to the Toys Valley mine opens by my voice print and cornea scan. Forcing it open would undoubtedly cause the X-Sphere mine area to collapse.
Is that so? In that case, Regal, you're just going to have to come open it for us! I'm going to be out of business if I don't get my hands on some more X-Spheres.
I think not. Besides, Rodial is dead. You don't have anyone to unload huge numbers of X-Spheres on.
Are you stupid? I don't need Rodial. I've got the Pope himself on my side. And there's plenty of people around who'd love to get their hands on some X-Spheres.
They are more common in Tethal, if you remember.
That's enough. I cannot forgive you for killing an innocent person.
Fujinawa, you're working with this guy?
Soon, the king will die, and the Pope will take over. And when that happens, I'm going to grind your pathetic Lazareno company into the ground!
Are you all right, George?
Yes, Master Regal. Thank you.
Alicia, what do you mean?
That was Persea's voice, yet the bubble says Lloyd, unless my eyes are deceiving me.
My name is Regal Bryant. I was granted the title of Duke by His Highness, and also the President of Lazareno Company. Although it would seem that the Chosen already knows me.
I saw you at one of the princess's birthday parties.
Oh yeah. I'd forgotten that this guy's actually a member of high society too.
It's not very high society, though.
Then Alicia's killer, Bryant, is...
Wait. It can't be... Regal.
Alicia.
Master, I'm so happy to see you again before I disappear.
I'm sorry. Even after death, you still suffer.
It's all right. It's not your fault.
Alicia. What do you mean?
Alicia and I were in love.
Then I, his servant, interfered and forced them apart.
Alicia was handed over to Varley. He wanted to use her in an X-sphere experiment.
Was he trying to create Crucius crystals?
It seems so. But the experiment failed. I've fulfilled my promise. The mine is yours. Now please, return Alicia to me.
Sure thing, bub. You can have her. I don't have any use for a failed piece of work like that anyway.
What?
I hope you didn't think you were done seeing these types of creatures.
This is Alicia. She wasn't compatible with the X-sphere experiment. Worked just fine on another from her family.
Master Regal, please, kill me.
I can't. I could never kill you with my own hands.
It's because I love you that I want you to do it. Master Regal killed me in order to save me. It was the only way.
Just like marble.
I'm so glad I got to see you again, Eden. I have no regrets now. So please, Regal, stop punishing yourself.
Alicia. But with my own hands,
I will disappear very soon, so please don't leave me anything to worry about. You don't need those shackles. You've suffered enough.
I took the life of the one I love. These are the symbol of my crime, as well as my punishment.
You don't need that punishment anymore. Please, Regal.
Genus and I once experienced the same thing you did, and I also imagined what it must have been like for my dad. When my mom turned into a monster and he struck her down, he must have suffered as well.
Your father did the same thing?
That's what I heard. I don't know if the decisions you or my dad made were correct, but I don't think my mom would have wanted my dad to punish himself and live the way you have.
Is that true?
Yes, it's just as he says. At least, I don't want you to live like that.
All right. But I will never use these hands as tools of death. I swear that to you. To you and to Lloyd. And once we have defeated those who use X-spheres to toy with people's lives, I shall remove these bonds.
Thank you, Master. Persea, I think I can finally rest in peace. Please destroy the crystal before I'm totally absorbed into the X-sphere.
Why? Can't you stay like you are now?
If I stay like this, I will live on forever. An isolated consciousness, unable to even speak, existing for eternity. It would be true hell.
Persea, Regal, what do we do?
Please, set her free.
Yes. Goodbye, Alicia.
Thank you. Persea, please forgive Master Regal. Please.
I'm sorry I never said anything about this until now. I am a criminal.
Master Regal confessed to killing Alicia and went to prison on his own will.
While I was in prison, the Pope promised to arrest Varley in exchange for kidnapping Colette. I believed him and agreed to do it.
So that's why you were after us?
Yes. Please, I ask you to postpone my final judgment until we defeat Crucius and stop them from using X-spheres to toy with people's lives.
If that's alright with Persea.
As long as it's okay with Persea. Anyway, we'd already thought of Regal as a friend.
I exist only in the X-sphere. Soon even my consciousness will be gone.
Yeah, the bubbles are messed up again.
The X-sphere killed my body.
Or wait, is that actually supposed to be her talking? Because... am I imagining things, or is there some sort of filter going on here?
And absorbed my consciousness. You don't need that punishment anymore. Please, Regal.
Yeah, what's going on? Regal obtained the title of El Presidente. So it's a storyline thing. Since Regal's not actually going to be in the party, it really doesn't matter what I give him. But you can see that this gives him defense, which is decent for fighters. Gives him intel. I think he does have a healing move. Yeah, healer. So that's probably like the only thing he'd actually use the intel stat for. Everything else, not needed. Now, how did I get here? Avenged. You two don't look very happy. We killed Rodile, but nothing will come back. Alicia, Boda, and all those other people, and my lost time. Time merely marches on. No matter what happens, it flows from the past to the future. But what's important is whether you simply allow yourself to be pulled along, or walk forward of your own will. I want to walk forward into the future, with my own legs, with my own will. Up until now, I'd simply spent my time drifting along idly. And I, too, must change the way I've merely drifted through life. For Alicia's sake as well, she continued to try to save me, even after death. Yeah, we can't change the past, but we can change the future. I'll work together with you. You have my thanks. Thank you. Let's talk to George before we go. He's not very helpful. Kinda sad when they have one job and mess it up that early. President's job. Wow, so Regal's a company president. If you're the president of Lezareno, then we must have met before. I'm trying to pretend you didn't know me. I am a criminal. I did not want to cause difficulty for Lezareno. I'm sorry. Wow, a company president. You're really important. By the way, what's a president exactly? What are you talking about? A president's a president. He's important. Yeah, so? What does he do? Oh, well... Come on, tell me. What does he do? I just remembered I have something to do. I have something I have to talk to Colette about. What? Hey, come on. Why won't you tell me? It would seem few people actually know what my job is. Well, if it's a government job, he shows up late every day. As soon as he gets into his office and closes the door, he goes to sleep. Wakes up in time for lunch. When he comes back from lunch, he tells everyone how hard he works, then goes back to sleep. Leaves at the end of the day, and repeats the cycle. So, Shining Bird. Let's look into Asuka in this case. So, we need to find Nova's caravan. Silverant map. Wow, it's not here. Crap. Okay, I want to say it's in the top left, or top right corner. What is the top left? Is that the Cat's Village? Memories of Corinne. Now, what summon spirit should we form a pact with next? I've grown quite confident about this. Nothing like the way you used to be. It's all because of Corinne. Corinne gave me courage. Yes, to us he was a dear friend, a trustworthy comrade. Rain? And a fascinating research subject. You're unbelievable. Yep, there's the Cat's Village. Cat's grocery store. Wow, I'm going to get this just for the sake of having it, if nothing else. We now have Miracle Gel at our disposal, which you can see is a pretty big HP and TP heal. And then they have a lot of food items. You can see what I have and don't have. I'm missing some satay, so I'm going to go ahead and buy a few. Now, I believe Genus gets a costume title here. It's just I don't know when it actually unlocks and all that fun stuff. Yeah. And that's kind of it. No, we're not dealing with them. Why am I spinning around? I ate some catnip, so he's high as hell. So if you tried to jump down from that, you'd land right there, and they would probably not be too happy. Can't go over there. Right now, in case you're wondering, I am looking for your chef. Yeah, typical cat. Anyway, this is now on the map, so I can worry about that later. Pietro. I didn't realize it was this bad, but I won't give up. Donate to the Reconstruction Fund? This money will help rebuild the city too. I couldn't. I can't take money from you. The money should be used for your journey of world regeneration. We can't save the world if we can't save us. If we can't even save a town, can we? I want to help everyone in need. Would. Thank you very much. I will make good use of it. Now, there are certain amounts of money you have to give him to trigger reconstruction. I don't know what they all are offhand. As you can see, it's rather... Usually, like, if you want to be the most efficient, just donate chunks of 1,000 gall to him, and you have to leave and re-enter for it to actually process. So, we'll throw another 1,000 in. Right now, I'm willing to shell out 10 grand, it's just, I don't believe the money carries over. Like, if the breakpoint is 5,000 and you donate 10, only 5 of that actually stays. So this time I'm actually going to toss in 2, that way we hit the 5,000 breakpoint, and we'll see if anything has been built. But rebuilding Lewin is not too difficult a side quest compared to how some other RPGs can be when you have to build up a destroyed town. things that come to mind are Xenoblade and Bravely Default in recent memory. And I'm not really seeing any craters get filled in, or really anything. So it's entirely possible that this is glitched, just like a few other things in this game. This is the last 1,000 I'm tossing into it, because then I'll hit the 10,000 breakpoint I said. Yeah, I'm not sure this quest even works in this case. Usually the breakpoints start out small, as do the repairs. Like, before anything gets fixed, there'll at least be some cleaning up, shingles, debris, all that stuff will start being removed. And then once you get to the bigger amounts, then it will actually start getting fixed up. So that one dot is, yes, the ranch. Actually, no, that's, damn, where is the place? Damn, I don't actually remember how you start Asuka's thing. Let's go into the Asa Trail. Ah, here we are. So yeah, I kinda got lucky here. It seems this is the Link-Eye tree that Professor Nova's family talked about. It's dead. Lloyd, let's go back to Professor Nova and confirm the information we have. Yeah, we've forgotten a lot of it already. I wonder where he is right now. What we can do is gather information in the cities and search for him. I think this is him right here. No, that's Cecilia. Your sword techniques are self-taught, right? Yeah. Well, you can call it the Irving way of fighting. I'm amazed how strong you got all by yourself. What about you? Did you train? Yeah, everything is training when I'm in the village. Wait, while you're sleeping and eating too? Of course. We can't let our guard down at any time. That's the fate of those who live in the shadows, like us. But you let your guard down a lot, though. What? Well, you always fall into traps. Like you're one to talk. So, not entirely sure if she's happy or mad with the end result. Okay, after wandering around a bit, I return. Well, depending on how I edit this, I might not even leave Tadayala. But I think we need to... If we can't find Luna or Asuka, the only course of action left then would be to deal with Shadow. And I'm not entirely sure how we enter the temple here. But right there is our destination. You can see it on the mini-map. There it is. Wow, it's pitch black. It seems that the power of the summoned spirit of darkness has a strong effect on this area. Man, man, it's so dark. Whoa. Ow, my precious foot! We can't proceed like this. Let's try the Elemental Research Laboratory. They've supposedly done research here before, so they should know a way to light this darkness. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Come on, everyone, let's go back outside. Okay. My foot! So, we have to... I believe the Elemental one is in Tokyo. At least that's what I want to say. Anyway, we'll head there. If it doesn't pan out, we'll just head over to Cybok. And like usual, they should let us jump here. Let's go to the Elemental Research Laboratory. Lloyd, you must forget that we're wanted as criminals. Don't approach areas that are under heavy guard. Do you understand? I know. So that's part of the justification for why we can't go into the arena. Pineapple gel, nice. Orange gel, that's nice. Saves me a little bit of money. Even though at this point it's pretty much pineapple gel or nothing. Kratos. I've heard that the sacred wood only grows in the area near Rosette. Is that correct? Yes. Then does that mean that sacred wood no longer exists? The wood I cut is stored in the church. So that really is all that is left. It seems I have no choice. Wait, why is Crucius worried about sacred wood? Because it is necessary. What other reason could there be? Necessary for what? I do not feel the need to tell you that now. By the way, Lloyd, the summoned spirit pacts you are currently forming, you must stop. Do you think we'll stop because you said so? It is dangerous to engage in activities in which you cannot predict the outcome. It may result in something that you cannot undo. But if there's no other way to save both worlds, then we have to do it. Be patient, Lloyd. What does that mean? If you want a hint, Yggdrasil has less friends than he thinks. So the Elemental Research Laboratory is actually back over there. It's just I want to hit up these guys up for items. So yes, we are doing this in true Gigolo style. Wow. Sheena and everyone. We have a bit of a favor to ask you. If it's alright, you see, Shadow's dungeon... I see. In that case, the blue candle should be of use to you. Blue candle? It's a holy candlestick that negates the power of darkness. You have that here? Yes, relying on ancient documents, we succeeded in creating it here in our lab. Then, could we borrow one? Of course, we'd be... Hey, it's these guys' fault that Kate was arrested. We can't help them. But they're Sheena's friends. Kate? What about Kate? Kate is going to be executed for harboring criminals and helping them escape. If you remember a while ago, we escaped under her watch. Because of us, damn it. Lloyd, please, let's save Kate. Lloyd, I want to save her as well. Yeah, but how? How about participating in the matches being held at the Colosseum? The Colosseum? What for? It was originally constructed to watch fights between prisoners and wild beasts. There is a passage inside the prison which allows prisoners to be taken into the Colosseum. That's right, you were in there before. Then let's hurry up and rescue her. Okay, gotcha. Everyone, let's hurry to the arena. Okay, I had to stop momentarily, but let's get back into action. So first things first, let's check out Zelos' house. We had to do some sort of gladiator thing, if I remember correctly, but I don't even remember where the Colosseum was. I think it's up here. But we're still gonna try to duck into Zelos' house. We'll hit these two up, just in case they're packing something interesting. Fantasy bundle is now one night consider. And pretty soon we're gonna have max out orange gels, aren't I? Pineapple gel, nice. Carrot. Right. This is not Zelos' house, this is the hall where you get your costumes later. Okay, there's this costume for Zelos where he has to don a disguise. I was thinking this was probably it, but it's appearing to not be the case. Some money, oh well. Now I have to find the actual Colosseum, because I thought you talked to the butler, he says you can't go in there as is, you're wanted. Wear this costume. Well, my memory's failing me apparently. Huh, I guess we're on a roll. Pineapple gel, nice. Okay. Anyway, let's drop a save real quick, even though it hasn't been that long. Who's going to enter? We'll send Lloyd. Oh, but you're the wanted. Don't worry about little details like that. Registration fee is 5,000 gold, correct? Yes, that's correct, but you're the wanted. Also, here's a small token of our appreciation. 10,000 gold. Take it. Ah. Use the change how you like. Now then, shall we get going? So this is how money is used. No, it's not. Not really. I need Zelos here to do the personals, but I don't remember his combos or his moves, so... let's just get the show on the road. I don't know if it's game over if you lose here, and I don't know if we actually did have to spend money to enter, but if you've been noticing on the menu screen, money is not something I'm really lacking here. It's no surprise since you have such a massive disadvantage in terms of team size. They have one and you don't, primarily. Why are you here? It's our fault you got arrested, so we've come to save you. Thank you, but it's alright. It's not alright. Something's up. We can talk about it after we get out of here. Now let's hurry. Alright. And that's really the whole rescue thing. Lots of things are not really explained here, but we're just gonna run with it. Thank you. Now that we've rescued her, what is she going to do? Do you have any family? My mother passed away, my father... no. No? What do you mean? I have a favor to ask you. Please, take me to Ozette. Ozette? It's in ruins now. Are you sure? Yes, please. That's where I was born. Alright. Thank you for saving me, even though I was the one that experimented on Berseia. We're here because you helped us escape, and we're about to be executed because of that, so we had to save you. Even if you know who I really am? Who you really are? My mother was an elf. My father is human, and is currently the Pope of the Church of Martel. Your father is the Pope? You're lucky you took after your mother. Is that all you can say? He tried to have his own daughter executed. That's awful. half-elves who commit crimes are to be punished by death. What? Why did he do something like that when his own daughter's a half-elf? Hey, don't get angry with me. I swear, he'll pay for this. Wait, don't do anything bad to my father. Why? He's done bad things to you. But he's still my father. When my father ordered me to perform experiments to turn X-rays into crucius crystals, I was very happy. My father finally needed me. I don't understand. I can't understand that. Genus, calm down. But I think I understand a little. Colette. When I thought that Remiel might be my father, I was happy that my father had finally come to see me, even though I knew that the journey would end in my death. I'm going to think by myself for a while about my father and half-elves. Thank you so much for saving me, and Persea. Yes? I'm sorry. This is sad. Why do things wind up like this? Two forces will always oppose each other. Silverot and Tethiala, elves and humans, heaven and earth. And those in the middle are sacrificed. Half-elves, the great seed, and the chosen as well. It's wrong to say that someone can be sacrificed. But anytime there are two people, one will be sacrificed by the establishment of superiority. The same way with countries and worlds. Equality is an illusion. Birth, status, appearance, race, you're engulfed by these things. But everyone has the same heart. Everyone hurts when they're rejected. But people forget that. The same heart. Yes, if only everyone could live thinking about each other like that. Little by little, people can change. The only thing we can do is believe in that and start doing what we can. Yes, what we can do right now is to release the Summon Spirit's mana links. Yeah, let's get the blue candle from the Elemental Research Laboratory, so we can form a pact with Shadow. Welcome back, everyone. It was getting awfully preachy back there, so this is a welcomed version. We escorted Kate to Oz at her request. I see. There's been a terrible commotion here as well. Because of Kate's escape, the Pope suffered a great loss of face. We've all been incredibly worried about being arrested. I see. We were already gone from here when that was going on. Here's the blue candle. Thank you. No, thank you. Now we can go to Shadow. Yeah, thanks. We'll make good use of it. Good luck, Sheena. And on that note, we can get the show on the road. I think we can probably do Asuka inside of this video also. But like, I actually was keeping track of how close I was towards being done with the game. I think once we get Asuka, we'll be 75% of the way there. And I'm probably going to bump down this game's priority for Sunrider. I was hoping to have the whole thing finished in time, but it's not stable enough. That's all it comes down to. The life she chose. Will she really be alright left alone in that village? I'm sure she wants to be alone. She has much to think about. She too is suffering because she's a half-elf. Yes, but she didn't choose the way she lived because she was a half-elf. Really? Yes. She participated in the experiments on Persea because she wanted to earn the love of her father, the Pope. It's not fair to place the blame for her on her blood. I couldn't read all that. I guess that's true, but I still feel sorry for her. You're too soft-hearted. No, perhaps that soft heart is part of what makes you, you. Okay, let's get back to the Shadow Temple. I forgot what the place was called exactly. Temple of Darkness. Alright, let's use that blue candle. This should do. Now we can explore this place. But it's kind of... yeah. The feeling of the mana here. The power feels unstable compared to the previous seals. We'll find out what's going on once we get further inside. So let's nab this real quick. I haven't really been paying attention to my gems lately either. Like, I'm a little concerned there's stuff in the blind spots, but on the other hand, I kind of just want to get this out of the way. It's a piece of shadow. Is this a monster? No, this is a summon spirit. This is the summon spirit of darkness shadow? It feels weaker than all the previous summon spirits, about 1/5 the power. And the mana here feels even more unstable than it did outside. My hand goes right through it. The summon spirit is leaked out from the seal and taken on this physical form. Does this mean if we don't bring this fragment of shadow to the seal, we won't be able to form a pact with shadow? Look at this wondrous crystal. How does it function? Is it Magi technology? Is it the summon spirit's power? Is this... Lloyd, look. Looks like the little fellow can't go into that light. Aha, it's the summon spirit of darkness, so it doesn't like light. Then we have to search for a way to put out the light, and lead the summon spirit under the core. Maybe if we crawl all 5 of them into that wide open area below this floor, we can take them from there down to the seal without them being separated. Okay then, let's get started and see what we can do. Professor, we're going down. But I'm not done studying it. Looks like I can go through there. I'll go take a look. Sorcerer's Ring has changed. Let's see what it does. Did anything change? Oh, that's right, we can pull this out now. The one we pushed in came out. Let's try and open this one, see what happens. Pulling this one out. See if that'll open it. Yeah, there it goes. This is starting to look really annoying. Was simpler than I was imagining it to be. This thing so much. Even though this is an RPG, they still found a way to screw up the escort system here. It's gonna get caught somewhere and waste 10 minutes of my time. They randomly stop, they don't even follow you in a straight line, they behave extremely erratically. And of course, it's mandatory for you to get through the game with this. Got them all here, take them to the bottom level, what a pain. You're telling the truth there, Zalos. I'm gonna save right here just in case the damn thing crashes, because I don't want to do this over. Going to assume they're following me. We're finally through this hellhole. And game fights resets all of the little bastards. That time they didn't reset, but it looks like I only have 2 here, maybe? Okay, that puts us back at 5. I don't know if that's the seal or more loot. 4 EX gem, which I probably won't even get around to using. Come on. I want to get this friggin' part over with. The real kicker to all this is they give you the crappiest sorcerer ring modification out of any of them here. The sunlight didn't stun anything, but at least there weren't these crappy narrow corridors. Or so many damn empty corridors. Can't... oh yeah, I do have all 5. Okay, there's the last one. And here we are. At long freaking last. This looks like the lowest level. But our friend Mr. Shadow isn't coming out to play. What? Aw, man, we'll have to go back.
Since Shadow's the summoned spirit of darkness, the opposite of that would be the summoned spirit of light, right?
Yeah, but why do you ask?
Well, Luna was saying she wanted us to bring Asuka, so...
Yes. Considering the time we'll need to spend to find Asuka, we should save the summoned spirit of light for last.
This scene needed to come up a lot earlier.
I wonder why Asuka left the Guardian Tower of Mana.
He probably just ran away to find some chicks.
You're confusing him with yourself, Zelos. Anyway, here we go.
I don't even remember if Shadow talks.
Mythos and I... pact.
Mythos, we're doing the same thing that the legendary hero once did.
I am Sheena. I ask that thou annulst thy pact with Mythos and establish a new pact with me.
Fight.
He's coming.
So,
Show your strength.
I guess...
Okay.
I'm guessing he's supposed to be intimidating or something, but he's not.
Are you okay?
And Sheena actually did knock him over there. I just realized I forgot to use the lens on him.
Healing circle!
Anytime now, Zelos.
Nowhere! Are you okay?
And she starts casting right next to her.
I'll help. Sharp. Beautiful. Power steel. No way. Serpent seed.
Ready for this?
Nurse. Are you okay? Don't get in my way! Ready?
This takes concentration.
A new pact.
Just as I expected.
Forgot what the Dark Seal does exactly.
You don't waste any words, do you? For the sake of creating a place in which the two worlds must no longer sacrifice one another, I ask that you lend me your power.
I knew he didn't talk normally, but I wasn't sure if he was like Volt and completely mute, or if he pulled crap like that. But you can see his fight, there isn't really anything to it. He's a solitary enemy. He doesn't really have high enough stats to pose a threat. It's more of a filler
Now
fight
all
than
we need to
anything.
do is form the pact with the summoned spirit of light, and we can sever another mana link. All right, we're counting on you for the next one too, Sheena.
You got it.
Amethyst. And these moves come in handy with Luna and Asuka, obviously. Would have been nice if they had offered just to teleport me out, but that's asking too much, isn't it? Okay, before I completely leave this place, let's do the skip. Darkness Beam. That Darkness Beam was a lot of fun. Not really. Really, all it does is make pitch black. It's not any fun at all. You're an idiot, Lloyd. What? Why? Darkness is great. It's the best chance to make your moves on a girl. What? You can do all sorts of things to them, as much as you like. Hey, Sheena, Zillow said he's the one who had his hand on your butt. What did you just say? Whoa, wait, stop. It's a misunderstanding. I haven't touched you yet. And I don't know if there's going to be any scenes on the way out, but now that we have Shadow, we have to go get Asuka. When the world split apart, the world will be freed from Crucius very soon. Then what will happen? The worlds will split apart, right? Isn't that fine? I can't imagine things getting any worse than they are now. How can you be so easygoing about this? Aren't you worried at all? About what it'll be like after the world split? Well, yeah, I would rather be on the side with the most cute honeys. I should have known better than to ask you. Sheena is so violent, you know? And there is a scene. Hey, before we decide what let's decide what our plans are before we make a pact with the last spirit. True, though this isn't the sort of issue we're likely to settle immediately. Assuming the worlds do split, we have no idea whether travel between them will be possible. It's impossible to extrapolate the exact possibility given the lack of data. Not high is all I can say. Why don't we take a brief tour of Tetheala? The final summon sphere resides in Silverant. It is possible Sheena will be unable to return after forming the pact. Right, I'd like to say my goodbye to speak with everyone in Mizuho. There's our plan then. We'll do a loop of Tetheala, then head out. Use this time to make up your mind. Who's coming with us to Silverant who wants to stay in Tetheala, you mean? Shameful knowledge. To think the arena and the prison were connected. Good job, Regal. It is a shameful thing that I knew that. Well, but thanks to that we were able to rescue Kate, so don't worry about it. Even if you searched all of Tetheala, you wouldn't find another noble who's got connections to high society, big business, and the jail cell. Hey, Zelos, knock it off. A truly shameful thing. So let's swing over to Mizuho. I don't know if this is... I'm hoping we don't have to fight Kuchinawa just yet, because I don't really have Sheena set up. That's the gorge. Or wait, Mizuho's up here. So So the smoldering remnants of Ozette. There's me soon. Apparently I flew over it a second ago. I should go report into Taiga. Forgot how they pronounce his name again. Lloyd, the news has reached my ears. I'm told you're ready to separate the worlds immediately. The people of Mizo are planning to move to Silverant, right? I fear now that we've provoked the ire of the king. No place for us remains in Tetheala. I see no cause to cling to this land out of sentiment. However, you got some problem with the plan? We lack the time. I fear the deadline has come upon us too soon. We have no choice but to remain. What? Everyone's still out on their missions. We've got people inside the Renegades, people in Tokyo, some in Silverant even thanks to the Renegades. I have resolved that those left in Silverant are to follow Sheena. I have faith she will do what is best. Wait, so does that mean you're coming to Silverant too, Sheena? Well, obviously. Or were you planning to make a pact with the Summoned Spirit without me? Staying here just isn't an option. And you're alright with that? I don't see how I have much choice. I can't leave the world to suffer, and I won't abandon you guys. We will leave this place eventually. We will travel to some new corner of Tetheala, somewhere beyond the King's Eye. I'm sorry, I made a promise to you all, and now... Our agreement stands. Some of us will live in Silverant. Don't worry about it, Lloyd. As long as I'm there teaching the chiefs Igaguri-style ninjutsu, you'll be home. We'll still be the people of Mizo. You'll have kept your promise. Now go. Leave us. We shall be fine. Go and cleave the world apart as quickly as you're able. And to do that, we need to know who's staying and who's going. Let's hurry to the next town. Ozette, I guess? Would like to visit my daddy's grave. Nothing remains for me here, but if I leave this land, no one will be left to look after him. Persea. It is curious. I am free of any physical bonds, but my heart feels tied down to this place. I know the feeling. It's not easy for anybody to leave their world behind. I know I'd be torn if I were in your shoes. Persea, if you decide you want to stay here in Tetheala, you can. It just means I'll have to say our goodbyes before making the pact with the last Summoned Spirit. I hope you won't, but if that's what you really want, then that's what you should do. I will consider it. Thank you. Please continue to the next destination. I will be alright. Sybok is over here. I flew over it, didn't I? Might we be able to visit the Academic Resources Building? This country's research facilities are phenomenal. Seems like it. You sound so fascinated. No, sorry. Guess it's just not my thing. It may not be mine either soon. Severing Tetheala from Silverant will mean an end to any research into its history. I'll be cut off from my own past. Professor. I apologize. I am sure the others who actually grew up here are going through a great deal more than I am now. Let's hurry on to the next site. I have to walk out of here myself. And you know what? I'm going to cut the Shadow Temple into pieces, so I have no idea what the final video is going to look like. So I'm just going to put a break here. We'll pick up here next time with the Summoned Spirit of Light and with the fallout from here in Tetheala. Until then, I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching.